Hey everyone, Linus here. Ready to dive into the world of cloud computing with Amazon Web Services, commonly known as AWS? It might seem intimidating at first, but trust me, it's not as complicated as you think. This guide will walk you through setting up your AWS account from scratch. We'll cover everything from signing up to securing your account like a pro. Whether you're a student, a developer, or just curious about the cloud, this guide is for you. We'll keep things simple and straightforward, using language everyone can understand. No jargon, I promise. Let's get started on your AWS journey. First things first, you'll need an AWS account. Head over to the AWS website using your favorite browser. You'll see a big Create an AWS Account button. Click it. AWS will ask for some basic information, your email address, a secure password, and your AWS account name. Make sure you choose a strong password that you don't use for any other accounts. Next, you'll need to provide your contact information and verify your email address. AWS takes security seriously, so they want to ensure you're a real person. Don't worry, it's all standard procedure. Once you've filled in all the details and agreed to the terms of service, click on Create Account. Congratulations, you're now part of the AWS universe. Now, here's the best part. AWS offers a free tier. This means you can experiment with many AWS services for free for a whole year. Think of it as a trial period to explore and learn without spending a dime. The free tier includes a generous amount of resources for services like EC2, which are virtual servers, S3 for storage, and RDS for databases. It's the perfect way to get your hands dirty and build something awesome without breaking the bank. Of course, there are usage limits with the free tier, so keep an eye on your usage to avoid any unexpected charges. But for most beginners, the free tier offers more than enough to get started. Once your account is set up, log in to the AWS Management Console. This is your central hub for managing all things AWS. Think of it as the control panel for your cloud infrastructure. The console might seem a bit overwhelming at first, with its countless services and options. Don't panic, we'll guide you through the essential parts. First, familiarize yourself with the navigation bar at the top. This is where you'll find all the different AWS services, neatly organized into categories. Next, check out the search bar. It's your best friend when navigating the console. Simply type in the service or feature you're looking for, and AWS will find it for you. Section 5. MFA. Double locking your AWS account. Security is paramount in the cloud. That's why it's crucial to enable Multi-Factor Authentication, or MFA, on your AWS account. Think of it as adding an extra layer of protection. MFA requires you to enter a unique code from your phone or a hardware token in addition to your password when logging in. This makes it much harder for unauthorized users to access your account, even if they somehow get hold of your password. Enabling MFA is easy. From the console, click on your account name in the top right corner and select My Security Credentials. Look for the Multi-Factor Authentication (MFA) section and click on Activate MFA. Follow the on-screen instructions to set up MFA using your preferred method. You can use a virtual MFA app on your smartphone or a hardware security key. Whichever method you choose, enabling MFA is one of the most important steps you can take to secure your AWS account. Section 6. Creating your IAM admin user, Delegate and Conquer. Now, let's talk about IAM, or Identity and Access Management. IAM is all about controlling who has access to your AWS resources and what they can do with them. It's best practice never to use your AWS root user, the one you created initially, for everyday tasks. Instead, create a separate IAM user with administrative privileges. This way, even if your IAM user's credentials are compromised, your root user remains safe. To create an IAM admin user, go to the IAM service in the console. Click on Users in the left-hand menu and then click on Add Users. Give your new user a descriptive name, like Admin, and select Programmatic Access and AWS Management Console Access for the access type. This will allow the user to interact with AWS services using both the console and API calls. Section 7. Understanding IAM policies. Permissions made easy. Next, you'll need to assign permissions to your new IAM user. IAM policies define what actions a user can perform on which AWS resources. For an admin user, you'll want to grant them full access to all AWS services. To do this, select Attach Existing Policies directly and choose the Administrator Access Policy. This policy grants the user full administrative privileges. It's important to understand that IAM policies work on a least privilege basis. This means you should only grant users the permissions they need to do their job and nothing more. But for your admin user, full access is necessary. Click on Next Tags, Next Review, and finally, Create User. You've now successfully created an IAM user with administrative privileges. Section 8. AWS Security Best Practices. Keeping your account safe. We've already covered MFA and IAM, but let's reiterate some security best practices to keep your AWS account safe and sound. First, use strong, unique passwords for your root user and all IAM users. A password manager can help you generate and store complex passwords securely. Next, periodically review the permissions granted to your IAM users and groups. Remove any unnecessary permissions to minimize the potential impact of a security breach. Also, enable CloudTrail. CloudTrail logs all API activity in your AWS account, providing valuable insights for security analysis and auditing. And use security groups and network ACLs to control inbound and outbound traffic to your AWS resources. Think of them as firewalls for your cloud infrastructure. By following these best practices, you can significantly enhance the security of your AWS environment and protect your valuable data. Section 9. Congratulations! What's next in your AWS journey? Congratulations on setting up your AWS account and taking the first steps towards cloud mastery. You've learned how to create an account, enable MFA, set up an IAM admin user, and even explored some security best practices. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now the real fun begins. Start exploring the vast array of AWS services available to you. Spin up a virtual server with EC2, store and retrieve files with S3, build a database with RDS, or dive into the world of machine learning with SageMaker. The possibilities are virtually limitless. Remember, AWS offers a wealth of resources for learners of all levels. Check out their documentation, tutorials, and online courses to deepen your understanding of specific services and concepts. Section 10. Join the conversation. Ask, share, and learn. Learning is more fun together. Join the vibrant AWS community online and connect with fellow cloud enthusiasts. Participate in forums, attend webinars, or follow AWS experts on social media. Don't hesitate to ask questions, share your experiences, and learn from others. The AWS community is known for its helpfulness and willingness to share knowledge. And hey, while you're at it, drop a comment below and let me know what you're building on AWS. I'm always excited to see what you guys come up with. Happy cloud computing!